Louis Vuitton hosted the runway show for their cruise collection on May 24th in Italy on the beautiful Isola Bella on Lake Maggiore in northern Italy. The island's Baroque palace served as the backdrop, as well as inspiration to creative director Nicolas Ghesquière for the looks in this collection. The collection was also heavily inspired by all things aquatic, which was evident as soon as the first models appeared. One of my favorite descriptions of this collection was from the website fashionista.com, where writer Danny Mao referred to the collection as, quote, seaside Baroque athleisure. The show splashed off with mermaid-inspired looks made of waterproof neoprene. This was actually quite lucky for the models because there was a torrential rainstorm the day of the show, so they were all dressed appropriately for the weather. But since I don't think too many of you watching this video are in the market for wetsuit-inspired resort wear or sheer gowns with oversized ruffles and bows, for the remainder of this video, we're going to focus on the bags of this show because I know that's what we're all here to see. I'll show you some eye-catching new designs inspired by the Maison's archive, as well as a brand new canvas print. Throughout this video, I'll also be referring to runway shows from earlier this year, and I'll link my coverage of those shows in the description box below. Louis Vuitton unveiled a new shade of monogram canvas. Here it is on the Atlantis on the left and the Randonnée on the right. Here's a close-up of this new print on the Atlantis. Louis Vuitton describes this color as, quote, sand-toned. We also saw this print on the Alma, pictured here on the right, as well as a new hard-sided cube. Unfortunately, I don't know the exact name of it. Here's a close-up of that piece. One thing I really love about this new canvas print is it uses both vachetta as well as a treated black leather for the trim, so it has a really nice combination of colors. Here's a new moon-shaped bag inspired by the vintage looping bag, which was discontinued quite a few years ago. I don't have any details regarding the release of this print or what styles will be produced in this print, but I will definitely provide an update as soon as I have more details. The classic Randonnée was also shown in epi-leather on the runway. A mere 3 weeks ago in Seoul, South Korea, the pre-fall show featured Almas and Speedies in brightly colored epi-leather. A lot of people were surprised to see these pieces on the runway, and the theme continued in this show with a variety of Randonnée bags in blue, orange, red, and black. There were also a few variations of the iconic Petite Malle shown in a puffy quilted leather. We saw this in blue with contrasting trim and piping, as well as in this gorgeous green with contrasting piping as well. The quilting design is called Maletage, and it mimics the design found inside Louis Vuitton's trunks. I've heard some people say that this Maletage quilting is Louis Vuitton, quote, just trying to be Chanel, but it's actually a nod to Louis Vuitton's trunk making history and the origins of the company. But getting back to the Petite Malle, the last variation we saw in the show was this beautiful version in black leather with a feminine ruffle detail around the top. I really loved this version. Another classic style given the Maletage treatment was the Speedy. I believe this looks like a Speedy 20. It's in a beautiful cream colored leather with contrasting red piping and black treated leather trim. I know everyone will also love that this has an extended zipper on the sides. There were also a few interesting versions of the Alma on the runway. Here's a larger version. It looks to me like it's possibly an Alma MM. If we take a look back at Nicolas Ghesquière's very first runway show for Louis Vuitton, Fall-Winter 2014, we can see that this Alma from Cruise 2024 looks like it was plucked almost directly off of that runway. The cream, burgundy, and black colorway that we saw just a minute ago in the Speedy was also pulled from the Fall/Winter 2014 show. Perhaps as Nicolas Ghesquière approaches his 10th year with Louis Vuitton, he's feeling a bit nostalgic. I think if we want to guess what's coming in 2024, we should look back at his early work for the brand in 2014. Returning to the runway for the Cruise collection, we saw this precious Alma clutch in black maletage, as well as a nano Alma in black maletage. The nano Alma should be released this July in epi leather, and then later this year in monogram canvas as well. I do a lot of videos on Louis Vuitton new releases, so make sure you're subscribed to my channel to catch those videos. The side trunk first debuted exactly 1 year ago in the Cruise 2023 show, so it was wonderful to see these colorful interpretations on the runway here. These bold hues won't be for everyone, but it was really fun to see these creative interpretations of a relatively new design. The side trunk was also shown in that same beige and burgundy colorway borrowed from the 2014 show that we saw on the Speedy. I have no confirmation of this, but I think we'll probably be seeing that colorway in stores when this collection is released in November 2023. The bag we saw most often in this show was the LV Go 14, which was featured in 6 of the runway looks. This bag actually originally launched in October 2014. Again, there's that key year, and Ghesquière's been revisiting this style a lot this year. The bag was featured heavily in the pre-fall and fall/winter 2023 collections, and now for Cruise we have bright new colors in blue and green. This bag has not yet been released in boutiques, but it is scheduled to be released this year. A new style to hit the runway was this adorable mini backpack with a top handle. I thought this was very cute for a resort collection. It looks like it's a blue fabric with a vachetta leather and a brown treated leather trim. I don't have any details on this bag, but I do like the casual, cool vibe of it. And because no Louis Vuitton show would be complete without a trunk, here's the vanity case. It looks to me like the main material is actually a fabric, and it's trimmed with vachetta leather and features that maletage quilting we've been seeing throughout this show. The final 2 pieces I will talk about really encapsulate this show the most. These are the Louis Vuitton collector's items. First, we have the extravagant sequined bag that is a literal interpretation of sea plants. This one I think really captures the aquatic and mermaid inspirations of this show. We also saw a shell-shaped bag crafted from smooth black leather. I think this version will be a bit more commercially successful. I could see this being really popular with handbag collectors, much like the popular heart style bags. Again, this collection is slated to be released in stores in November 2023. Closer to the date, I'll provide an update with all of the release information, including prices. Make sure you're subscribed to my channel so you don't miss that update. If you enjoyed this video, please click that thumbs up button, and I hope you'll come back every Wednesday and Friday for new videos. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye now.